it's Jessii Vee. So before we get into our regular content, I just want to sort of acknowledge what's going on in the world right now. I know everyone's anxiety is super high, and I just want to address something really quick. First of all, I don't think anyone should be panicking. It's not the end of the world. It's not the apocalypse. I know we will all get through this, but everybody in the world does need your help right now. If you have the ability to stay home, definitely do so. That means if your school is closed, if your boss is letting you stay home, if your workplace is closed, definitely stay home. Any non-essential travel is super recommended. If we could halt this virus where it is, we can get over this. But if people still continue their regular lives, going to parties, to events, going out with their friends, this will just keep growing and getting so much worse. So this 2-week quarantine is to halt this virus where it is right now. And people really need to stop with the mindset of saying, well, I'm healthy, so I'm not scared if I get sick because I won't die. It's not really about you right now. I'm glad you're not worried about yourself, but you have to be worried about other people like older adults and people with compromised immune systems. You might feel fine and be fine, but you can be spreading this virus to other people who won't be fine. So us all staying home is gonna get us through this, so please do so. And during this time, I'm gonna have so many awesome fun videos for you guys, so you will not be bored. So that's all I want to say about that. I just wanted to acknowledge it before I just kept doing regular content, but I love you guys. I want you to be safe, I want you to be healthy, and I want us all to get through this as a V team. The world is putting their trust in you guys, and we can all do this. Alright, so let's get into the video. Today we're going to be talking about some very creepy things that have happened at Walmart. Most of these scary stories actually come from employees themselves, and let me just tell you, some of the stuff they experienced is horrifying. Let me just say, sometimes people can be creepier than ghosts. Alright, so the first creepy story in Walmart is called The Lady in the Bee Costume, which sounds so weird, but wait till you hear it. So it's about this guy who was a brand new employee at Walmart. He was 18 years old, he was just starting out, and he was super excited. Now, this new employee actually had the night shift. And as a cashier on the night shift, their job was mostly to stay awake and zone their area. Everything was fine until about 1:30 a.m. every single night. He would get the bumblebee as a visitor. And what he means by the bumblebee is this woman in a bee costume would literally enter Walmart at 1:30 in the morning. He described her as this old woman who wore this bee-looking Halloween costume that was falling apart. It looked really ragged, and there was never anything strange about her actual behavior. She was very quiet. She would walk through the store doing her groceries. She never purchased anything weird, and he never asked her why she was in a bee costume, but there was definitely something very eerie about seeing her walk into the store when everything was empty. I also think there's something eerie about someone being in a costume when it's not Halloween. All I know is that if I worked at Walmart and someone came in at 1:30 in the morning dressed in a huge head-to-toe costume, I would be pretty freaked out. The next story is called The Magic 8 Ball. And you guys know I did a whole video on Magic 8 Balls back in the fall, so if you want to see all the creepy stuff about that, definitely go check out that video. But this story is about a little kid that was walking around Walmart with their mother. Now, she was pushing around the cart and they went through the toy section, and this little kid tried to sneak a Magic 8 Ball into his mother's cart without her noticing. Well, the mother didn't notice until they got to the cash register. And as she was unloading things off of her cart, she saw this Magic 8 Ball and absolutely freaked out. She told her son this toy was so evil that he shouldn't even be looking at it or touching it, let alone bringing it home. And the kid started crying because they wanted this Magic 8 Ball so bad. And then the kid said something so creepy that the cashier will never forget. He pleaded with his mother and said, "But I want to talk to the tall, dark man in our house." And the mother was like, nope, we're putting this away. So that was definitely a very creepy argument for this cashier to encounter. I low-key agree with the mother though, we should not be having those evil things around. The next Walmart story is called The Whistle Man. This happened the night before Christmas Eve. Walmart was closing a little bit earlier than usual because of holiday hours. There was this worker who was in charge of locking up, and he decided to do one last walk around of Walmart just to make sure everybody was out of the store. It seemed totally empty until he started approaching the toy section. He started to hear this eerie whistling, but at first he thought that maybe one of the toys had gone off because it sensed him there. But as he walked closer, he noticed this man dressed in all black at the end of the aisle, looking down at the ground as he walked. And the strangest thing about this man is that he was whistling. So this Walmart worker politely told the man that he had to leave because the store was closing, but the man just ignored him and kept whistling as he walked through the aisles. So this employee obviously felt very unsettled because he was confused as to why this man wasn't listening and why he was whistling. And what was weirder is that he just couldn't see the man's face because he was looking down the whole time. So after about 5 minutes of trying to get this man to leave, he went to get the help of 2 other employees. So he left to get them, and when he came back, the man was gone. And when they looked at the security tapes, there was no evidence of him even being there. Now, there was this rumor that this Walmart was built over a very old cemetery and maybe it was haunted. So it definitely spooked all the employees, and yeah, that's pretty creepy. The next Walmart story is called "There's Something Under the Car." A night shift employee was walking back to her car after her shift. It was a foggy night and the parking lot was almost completely empty. There was only, I think, 2 other cars there aside from hers, and they were all very spread apart. She felt anxious and wanted to get to her car as fast as possible. So she was fiddling in her purse to try and find the keys, and she picked up her pace, and that's when she noticed a strange humanoid creature that was on all 4s crawling out from underneath her car. Now, it was so dark that this creature only looked like a shadow. So she stopped in her steps, obviously not knowing what the heck it was. And the thing moved so slowly, almost like it was circling her car, waiting for her to get back. So she decided to unlock her car with her keys, hoping that the lights and the sound would scare it away. And she was right, because as soon as her car beeped, the creature ran away into the darkness. So she jumped into her car, drove home, and that had never happened to her since, and she still has no idea what it was. When she tells people this story, no one believes her. They say it might have been a raccoon or some sort of night animal, but she says no, it was something more than that. And the last creepy thing I want to talk about that happened at Walmart was about this creepy doll that someone found in a cart. Now, they actually got a picture of this doll. They got a few pictures of this doll. It was just sitting in a Walmart cart, almost at the very back of where you put the cart, so it looked like it had been sitting there for days. So this person just assumed that someone was not coming back for it. So one of the pictures shows them throwing it away in the trash. So they were wondering, did someone leave it there for a reason because they did not want to have it anymore? Was it a haunted doll? Did someone leave it there by accident? It was just a super eerie sight for this person to see as they were putting away their cart. And they said they also got this really dark vibe around it. So yeah, this could have just been an innocent kid's toy, but it's also like, why would they leave it there for days at a time? Like, if they really cared about it, wouldn't they have gone back to claim it? Anyways, though, guys, those are all of the creepy Walmart stories I'm going to be talking about today. If you have any other ones, maybe if you worked at Walmart and something creepy happened, definitely comment it down below. But if you want me to do creepy stories of other things, like maybe at McDonald's, at Costco, at like different stores or locations, I definitely can do videos like that. There are a lot of employees in different stores around the world that have told their actual scary stories online. But anyways, guys, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!